Hey, hi Guy, hi Michael, hi Yogini Preto Singh, very nice to see you. Hi Poppy, hi Farah. Hello Facebook, hello YouTube. Welcome, welcome back to a fabulous Feel Good Friday. Very nice to have the pleasure of your company here. And because it's Friday and because we are getting geared up for a fabulous bank holiday weekend here in the UK, I thought we would just chillax a bit, we just enjoy some treats. We talk about some real chocolate, some great coffee, some great activities for the weekend, a little bit of fashion because it's Fashion Friday. So maybe I better kick off with that, perhaps with a few mentions before we get into my guest today, who I'm very excited to be introducing to you for the first time. So I am wearing, as I always get asked, this is a new top from Borken, which is a great British brand, and I love them. Check them out. They are ethical, sustainable, super well made, and they give us 15% off everything with Liz Loves, which is really good. And I just thought this was cute. It's a kind of, it's bank holiday weekend, sun is shining. They're saying that black and white is the thing, apparently, at the moment, and a little bit of gingham. Do you think it's too young for me? That was the only thing I was thinking. And it does slip off a bit. I mean, it's quite nice in the evening, I guess, to have this, because it's quite versatile. Or, during the day, we can sort of wear it more like that. What do you think? Anyway, I'm just wearing it with jeans, with just a pair of grey jeans. You probably can't see on Facebook, can you? A pair of grey jeans, just to kind of dress it down a bit. But then I thought in the evening, I could wear it maybe with a kind of slim, black satin trousers or slim black skirt, pencil skirt, something like that. So, and it would just be a new cheery addition to my summer wardrobe. Anyway, good. That's nice. Thank you very much. And now, actually, before I go off fashion, I need to say that today is the last day of discount for Mandarina shoes. You may remember I did a great chat with, well, I thought she was great, the founder of Mandarina Shoes. And these I've just bought from her. So these are the new edition. Well, we still got our discount, by the way. We still have 10% off. But how cool are these? Okay, I know she hasn't got many left, so it's a kind of last shout out because I'll pop these on my Instagram later. I do like espadrilles, but sometimes I find that they're just a bit kind of clumpy and not really sophisticated enough. Not that, I'm a very sophisticated person, but I like to have just a little bit of something a little bit more elegant sometimes. So I just thought that shape was a really good shape with the Hessian, and then it's kind of got the black and the cream. So these are my new faves. I've been living in her boots, her little ankle boots, for the last 4 months. So time for a switch, I thought, with the sun shining. Bank holiday weekend coming up. So anyway, I'll pop pictures of those on my Instagram a little bit later. But today, midnight, if you want to go and check out Mandarina Shoes, then today is the last day of the discount. And thank you very much, Mandarina Shoes, for giving it to all of us. I really appreciate it. Just to say, we've got Lainey in the house on Facebook, so morning or afternoon rather. Thank you very much for manning Facebook, Lainey. Lainey, as usual, will be able to put all the links. We can't link on Instagram, so we pop them in our link tree. So if you're brand new, very welcome here to Instagram Live. Go to my bio and you'll see that blue line of type that says link tree. And if you click on that, then the links should be there. Sometimes we get caught out because I go a bit off track, but most of the things that I've decided to talk about today should be on the link tree, including, actually, this is also, I think it's the last day, might be today or tomorrow, for the Neroli discount. So my little Neroli necklace, 25% off. That's Lizelle Jewellery. So that's the last day. So if you fancy that as a little bank holiday treat, then last day today to get the money off. Right, I'm going to go live shortly with the founder of a brand that I've been watching for a while now. I think I first came across it about a year ago when we started lockdown. Gosh, more than a year ago, wasn't it? Dreadful. And they are a really brilliant social impact, social justice brand. New Ground Coffee. You've heard me talk about them before. I get my coffee from them. They come in eco packs like this. This is the one that I'm drinking at the moment, Monte Caramello. And lots of different ones, actually. This is a really nice one. This is an Ethiopian one, which is a bit stronger when you need a bit of vum. So I've got it in my cafetiere here. We do have 20% off all their lovely coffees with Liz Loves. But what I really love about them, and we'll talk about this, I'm hoping in just a minute, is not only that they have great coffee and it's sustainably sourced and all of that, because that's really, really important, but the fact that they employ ex-offenders, people coming out of prison, and they retrain them and they basically put them back into society in paid employment, which is a really important thing when it comes to reducing the rates of reoffending, and keeping people out of prisons. So I just think, if you're going to drink coffee, if you're going to buy coffee, let's make sure it's good quality, it's sustainable, it's well packed, etc. And if you can do a bit of social justice and social good at the same time, what is not to love, especially as we have a discount? So it's like a win-win-win. Oh, Val, my lovely, you've just got your magazine. Great. I'm going to talk about that after my chat with Joel. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to show you my brand new magazine because it is just landing on doormats now. So let's see. I have to look at my list, see who I can go live with. New Ground Coffee. Here we go. Hopefully this will work. You like my top? Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a top actually, not a dress. It would make a nice dress, don't you think? Maybe I need to put a kind of another layer on it. Hey, Joel. Can you hear me?
Hi.
How are you doing?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good. Yeah, I'm going to turn you up a wee bit.
I'm doing really well.
Now, where are you? It looks like you're somewhere a bit industrial.
Yeah, I'm at our coffee roastery. This is where we can do everything, really. So
that's where the magic happens. I'm going to have to describe it to our friends on Facebook, because obviously they can hear you, but they can't see you. So it's like a big white kind of warehousey factory type place. You've got big vats roasting, and is that where you do kind of roasting and mixing?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so we've got this is where our packs of coffee are kept.
Okay, so all of these come from there. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And then we also have a bar here as well, which is open to the public, where people can come in and buy a flat white or latte or
a flat white. That's my fave. So whereabouts are you if we did want to pop by and get a flat white? Whereabouts are you?
We're in Oxford.
Oxford. What, in the centre of Oxford or the outskirts? Whereabouts?
No, we're in. It's in a sort of neighbourhood on the outskirts called Headington.
Headington.
But Oxford's quite a small place.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So if we look you up, so you're newgroundcoffee.com, are you? .co.uk?
Yeah, .com.
Newgroundcoffee.com. Now, tell me, what's your journey? How did you get involved with A, coffee, and B, employing ex-offenders and giving them skills training?
Yeah, well, I mean, it all started as a consumer, really. So it's a slippery road getting into coffee. Me and my business partner, we're just coffee geeks, basically.
Coffee geeks, okay.
We were then presented with, it's a technical term, yeah. We were then presented with an option to kind of partner with a really ethically sourced coffee from a company from Uganda, who do a lot of social impact stuff on the ground in Africa, a company called the Kookaburra. And they just suggested to us that it would be a fantastic idea to have this coffee, which is really transforming communities in Uganda and Africa.
Yeah.
For that story to continue in the UK.
Right.
How can that story continue over here?
There's quite a lot of background noise, by the way, Joel, going on, just so that you know. You're coming across a little bit faint. A lot of people can't hear you, so I really want to get that message across because it's such an interesting story.
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Hold your microphone close.
Yeah.
So you started off with the cooperatives in Uganda to really help the people in Uganda, I guess.
Yeah. So the idea was how can we maximise the impact across the whole supply chain, and how can we the story doesn't need to stop at the point of export. So how can we continue that story all the way through to your own cup at home?
Yeah.
And so we started exploring ideas, and we kind of landed on this opportunity to help ex-offenders, as it's such an important social area to tackle because, like you say, if people aren't in jobs as they come out of prison, then the chances are statistically they're likely to reoffend. So our goal is to really reduce reoffending rates by providing opportunities within an industry which is exciting, fun, growing.
Yeah, growing, exactly. So when guys, I imagine it is mostly guys, is it, that come to you, or do you have women as well?
So far, yes. So far, just guys, yeah.
And what kind of things would they come to you to train in once they come out of prison?
So it's anything within the coffee industry, really, and we might broaden that out across hospitality a bit more as we grow.
Okay.
But the obvious roles being like barista roles, and then also roasting and kind of production end things.
Right, so the whole kind of process of roasting and grinding the beans and packing and all that kind of thing. How many different varieties do you have now? I've got about 4 different ones here. How often do you change them, and when do you introduce new types?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of mainstays with us all year round, and then the rest of them rotate seasonally. So coffee is quite a seasonal produce.
Is it?
We rotate them every kind of 4 to 6 months. We might introduce different new ones, and we've got about 10 at the moment.
Okay, which is your most popular?
The most popular ones are a house blend, which is called Big House, which I think you had just there.
I have got Big House. Yeah, that's
Brazilian.
that one. I've just poured myself a cup of Big House.
Oh, I hope it goes down well.
It's pretty good. What have we got in here? This is. I tell you why I like this. This is because it's got Colombian beans in it as part of the mix. I'm a big fan of Colombian coffee. This is
cool.
Ugandan as well, and Brazil.
Yeah.
So do you blend them?
That changes.
Do you blend them yourself?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So the Big House blend rolls with the seasons as well. So we mix up whatever's seasonal in a way which works well in a nice cup, nicely balanced and sweet. But that will change throughout the year based on what coffee is being harvested at that time.
Okay.
So. It's really interesting industry. There's so much going on in terms of all the way from the farm to the cup. It's quite an interesting and quite progressive industry. So we're kind of jumped into an already progressive industry, which really helps.
Well, you were jumping into something with a lot of very big players. I mean, coffee is, it's an internationally quoted, traded commodity, isn't it? I mean, it's massive. It's a multi-billion global giant industry to suddenly go into. What was your background before that? Were you running anything else before?
I wasn't running anything else, no. But interesting, you talk about as an internationally traded commodity. I think it's only second to oil. And interestingly, I worked in energy before, so I've kind of worked with both of the most traded commodities now, I guess.
Gosh.
But no, I didn't have experience in running a social enterprise as such, but we've managed to get a lot of support around us, a lot of people who champion us, and people like yourself who we're really appreciative about, like supporting us. And I guess our story is really about the people that we've connected with along the way and provided the expertise along the way for us.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any background in terms of setting up a company myself. But,
it just shows what you can do, though, isn't it?
People around you.
You get a bit of passion, a bit of drive, some determination, a lot of hard graft. I know that the entrepreneurial journey is not an easy one.
Yeah.
And from your background in energy, did that kind of influence your choice of packaging? Because you make really very good sustainability claims for your packaging. Was that an important thing for you?
Yes, very much so. So that's on the back of our minds with every decision that we make. And sustainability is a huge part of it. And it's all the way from the farm through to the cup. Again, we want to be advocating sustainability. So the packaging is all recyclable, and that has to be now. Can't get away with it if it's not. It's really important that it is. But it's from everything. So I mean, I mentioned our roaster that I've got in.
I can see that in the background now. Mm-hmm.
Even the choice around the roaster that we decided that was the most eco-friendly. It's about 80% more energy efficient than other roasters on the market, and it's zero emissions, which is
Wow.
a massive part of why we chose it.
Yeah.
So it's a big part of all of our business decisions, trying to have a minimal footprint as much as we can.
It's not easy, is it? It's not straightforward. Well done to you and to all your team for doing everything you do. I think it's amazing that you are having an impact with the growers, the coffee bean producers, the farming families. I've got long-standing connections in East Africa. I know just how important that trade and that business and those fair wages and the fair price that you pay for commodities, just how important that is, that it's really literally a matter of life and death for people. And then bringing it over here, bringing a great product that we can all enjoy, packaging it well, and then employing ex-offenders to help give them another opportunity. And of course our discounts. I mean, what is not to love? I would urge everybody who is a coffee drinker to head over to your website. And of course you do subscriptions as well, don't you? People can sign up. So how does that work?
Yeah, subscriptions. We've got quite a lot of people who just like to have a different coffee every week or 2 weeks or month, and so they can sign up to the subscription on our website.
Nice.
And then they get surprise parcels through whenever they want.
Great.
And so you can sign up weekly, fortnightly, and then you get sort of whatever's seasonally there at the moment, and rotating around.
And know that it's fresh and interesting, and you've got your tasting notes here. It's a bit like, when we do our chocolate tastings, you've got details of where the coffee comes from. I think having that connection, I love connecting. Provenance and traceability is just such a key part of, as a consumer, of the journey of understanding and appreciating. I think it's about being more conscious, don't you think? Being a more conscious consumer?
100%, yeah. And it's becoming more and more of a discussion within any sort of retail space. Is thinking about how, there's so many options for your products out there. What product is kind of has the most purpose behind it? What product is tackling an issue? Or so it's so important now. Like, I think it's great that so many businesses are thinking about it more and more. And I think the consumers are really being more and more knowledgeable about it. And we want to help the consumers along that journey.
Well, it's the way ahead, and actually, who wants to buy a standardised, jar or box of something month after month? I mean, yes, it's nice to have your favourites, but it's like I was talking to the guys at Russell and Atwell Chocolate, and they worked in the chocolate industry before making their own fresh chocolate, and they said it's standardised, it's long life chocolate, it's designed to sit on a shelf for a year or more. And I'd never really thought about it like that actually, long life chocolate, not really sure I fancy that. It's like, I don't really like long life milk, unless you have to, an emergency. And I think the same is true here with coffee, to get back into that seasonality of it, what's coming in, what's fresh, what's different, and discovering new tastes. What I would actually suggest is anybody who is, maybe they're going back to work, maybe you've got a new team, maybe you're having a bit more time in the office, or you're able to gather with people, why don't you get a subscription to these guys? If if you're buying coffee for an organisation, and you have your coffee breaks, why not take out a subscription? Because you're putting money back into the hands of the farmers, you're helping people in British society, you've got a conversation starter, something interesting to talk about with a new variety arriving each month. I think it's a great idea. I'm definitely going to do it for my studios, definitely.
Oh, yeah, I think it's a great idea as well.
Well, I'm glad you do, Joel, and thank you for our discount. Thank you for taking the time. Please say hi to all the guys from me. And if I am ever down your way, I'm definitely going to be popping in for a flat white.
Oh, please do. It'd be great to see you.
Yeah, have a great long weekend. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
All right, cheers then.
Bye. Bye. I think you have to leave me, otherwise I cut everybody off. Wasn't that interesting? Sorry a little bit for the fuzzy sound, but I hope you got the gist there. And that's one of the things that I so love about my job, and in particular these lives, is being able to connect with founders. I think because I'm a brand founder, and it is hard walking that path, but if you can do some good along the way, if you can use a business as an opportunity not just to make a pile of cash for yourself, but to actually really think about the greater good, about all the little bits of your supply chain, and then creating something lovely that other people really appreciate and enjoy. You know, I think that's great. So I do hope that I've encouraged you, if you are a coffee drinker or you know or love a coffee drinker, that you will consider subscribing or just trying some things from New Ground Coffee. And don't forget that if you're in that, was it Headington area of Oxford, pop in and say hi. Say Liz sent me to say hello. Headington, yeah, exactly. Oh, Dee, you live near there. Going to try and find them. Brilliant. I'm sure their details are on their website. Yeah. So I mentioned just then, actually, Russell and Atwell chocolates. And I thought, do you know what, being Friday, and it's a feel-good Friday, and what goes really well with coffee? Let me think about it. Oh, I think a nice piece of chocolate. So we've got, I think it's the last day, actually, of this offer as well. Let me just check. It's 10% off everything at Russell and Atwell Chocolate. Not sure when that stops, but I think it was only for a week. So these were the guys, I was talking to them last week. That was Ed. I hope you caught my chat with him. And they, again, have got their sustainable packaging, and they've got, these are the glass jars, actually. Oh, you can see that one. The tide's gone down a little bit. This is a family favourite. This is the salted caramel. Oh my goodness, that is good. Salted caramel truffle with a cup of New Ground coffee. I mean, that is it, isn't it, really? Simple pleasures, that's all you need, the really good stuff. And what I liked about the Russell and Atwell chocolates is that they are made with fresh double cream from British farmers. So there's no palm oil. You have to keep them in the fridge because they are fresh. And they've got a reasonable shelf life, I have to say. What's this? This says 30th of May. Okay, so, well, frankly, they're not going to last that long here for sure. But they are fresh and they're made with really good quality chocolate. And we made that connection, didn't we? Do you remember? Fire Tree. So Fire Tree is that really kind of uber luxe, amazing brand. And if you want to do chocolate tastings, then, you know, have a look at Fire Tree. And their chocolate comes from the Solomon Islands because it's the volcanic lavy soil that the cocoa is grown in that makes it taste so exceptionally good. And when we were talking, Ed and I, he let on that some of his dark chocolate, the dark chocolate truffle versions, is using the Fire Tree chocolate. So you know that it's really good quality, you know, really top quality stuff. And again, I just love everything they're doing. Absolutely no palm oil, it says. Proudly made in the UK with British cream and honey. No artificial colours, flavours or preservatives. Suitable for vegetarians. Recycled glass, fully recyclable. Oh my goodness, that smell. Can you smell that? Just amazing. So treat yourself or somebody you love. I am going to resist just for now, but I am going to save one for later. I do love it. Now, ta-da! We did say very early on that there were a few people who've already received the copy of the May-June issue of Earle Wellbeing magazine. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. I've been so looking forward to being able to show this just to everybody. So interesting, I've just seen here, I've got my, I don't think you can see it on Instagram, but people on Facebook can see I've got my book on roses, David Austin Roses, behind me there. And that is very appropriate because this is the cover. And it's got a very rosy theme to it. So it actually says on the cover here, rosy, radiant, rested and refreshed. That's what we want to be. That's what it's all about. And it's just such a pretty issue, you know. It's got lots of lovely, uplifting, joyful topics. So I'm not going to show you everything inside because I did do that once and I got really told off because lots of you wrote to me and said, please don't show everything because we love it. We love it as our treat when we turn the pages and we see the new things. So I won't do that. I won't reveal it. I will just say that if I look at the contents page, I can show you some of the topics just so that you know what to expect. Okay, so it is absolutely jam-packed. That, I have to tell you, the rose petal lemon tart is the most amazing lemon tart recipe with the burnt sugar topping. And here we have just some more real goodness. It's just lovely. It's jam-packed on the recipe page. So there's always now a recipe index in the magazine because we have so many recipes. It's a bit like a cookery book. You know, you want to be able to find your way around. So these are some of the recipes here that we've got so that you can find your way easily. That top one there is almond, coconut and berry shortcakes. Delicious with a little bit of chocolate. This is really good too. It's a butterbean, avocado, cucumber, red onion and watercress salad. The green lentil, mint and preserved lemon salad. That is also really, really good. There's recipes from the Ukraine, which we thought we'd kind of dip into. That's really interesting. There's a nettle, sorrel and wild garlic soup, which apparently is a classic from Ukraine. Who knew? So I don't know about you, but I've been out and about in the hedgerows walking and I've seen the fresh young nettles that you can pick and eat and make into soup, and wild garlic obviously is around at the moment, and you can buy that online if you're not somebody who lives near anywhere where there's wild garlic that you can safely and legally forage. Then you can actually buy it online. This is also a really nice one. I've just seen there's a picture of it here. I think I'm going to make that this weekend. It is the asparagus and new potato frittata with watercress salad. A little bit of a watercress theme actually going on in there. One of my favourite vegetables is watercress. Now, something I'm going to share with you. I'm not going to share too much, although it's all so good. Oh my goodness, I don't know quite where to start really. Sarah Raven, do you love her Sarah Raven, the gardening things that she does? She's got some really good pages here. Oh, and her Greek courgette pie is also absolutely legendary. I am totally going to get that on my list. You can eat it hot or cold. It's absolutely delicious. So there's some homemade beauty things. This is, you can make a rose potpourri. So we've got a bit of a rose theme going on. There's also some rose bath things that you can make, places to visit. But the thing that I really want to show you, the book club is very good. This is a very good book. So in the book club section, I always pick out one book that I'm reading at the moment that I think is really good. And this is my choice. It's called Hooked. Really, really good about the food industry. So I highly recommend that one. So the competition, drum roll please. Now, you know how we've had so much chat about the amazing Cell Return LED mask. And this is my daughter's baby, so Lily Earle. So cellreturn.co.uk, and it was lovely. She was with me on Monday actually talking about it. And I use this every night. It's completely the thing that is keeping my skin glowing. And, you know, as I age, I'm just so grateful to have found it. I really am. And she's had amazing reviews. You know, she had a lead piece in British Vogue. She's been in Tatler. She's recently in Vanity Fair, which we were kind of laughing about because I was saying, I don't think I've ever been in Vanity Fair. How come you get to be in Vanity Fair? But that's because it's an amazing product. But it is expensive. You know, it's state of the art, it's medical grade, it uses near infrared light as well as all the LED, over 1,000 LED lights with the pink setting, the blue setting, the red setting. So, you know, it's the real deal, frankly. I mean, if you're going to, you know, invest in something, you want to invest in something that is genuinely going to work, and this genuinely does. But it is nearly £1,900, okay? She does do special offers every now and then. She has given us an ongoing Liz Loves code. So Liz Loves, all in capitals, will get you 10% off everything, actually, at cellreturn.co.uk. They've got some very interesting things. They've got the hair restoring, like a hat. My ex calls it the magic hat because he uses it for hair growth. And then there's the mask, there's the little facial cleansing gadget, and there's also an amazing hyaluronic acid serum with real genuine little gold flecks in, which is just remarkable. But anyway, so I digress. The big news is, if you have your magazine, if you look at pages 122 and 123, look what we've got here. Yeah, there you go, a chance to win one. She's given us one, isn't that cool? So totally free to enter. Just go onto the website, pop your name in. You've got to be in it to win it. Somebody's going to win it. So there you are. So it says here, win a Cell Return 4th generation platinum LED mask. Be in with a chance of winning the most powerful LED light therapy mask on the market. There you go. And there's Lil. There's my little Lily. My lovely girl. Anyway, Thank you, Lil. I'm not sure if you're watching this, but we so appreciate it. And it's great to be able to have something that we can offer free. So if you get your magazine, you'll see the back page, by the way, is some of our favourite things. Liz loves, we do more of that. If you want to keep in touch with everything that is on offer, then head over to the Earle Wellbeing website, because there's a whole section now called Liz Loves, and you'll find, you know, things like the links to Bork and Fashion. We've got discounts with Asquith London that I was wearing recently on my Instagram doing my gymming. We've got a Spiga. That Spiga dress, by the way, that was the one that I was wearing on this morning, this week. It was a kind of orangey pinky dress. So we've also got a Liz Loves with them. Travel wrap, the amazing, beautiful, beautiful big cashmere wraps. If you're heading for outdoor eating, as I will be this weekend, you'll probably see me wrapped in my travel wrap. I have a feeling that their code has changed. I think it might be Liz Earle 21. Need to double check on that. So if you want to order a travel wrap, then do go and check it out on the website just to make sure that you've got the right code. I might have it on here. I'll just double check, and then I'll come into answering a few more questions, and then head off for the weekend. So let me just see. At the moment it says Liz Loves, but I have a feeling it might change to Liz Loves 21, but we will update the website if that is the case. Yeah, last chance for the Neroli necklace. That ends at the end of the month. So how many days have we got in April? 30 days has September, April, June and November. Okay, so 30th, yeah, end of the month. And also midnight 30th, yeah, the Mandarina shoes. If you missed my lovely shoes, just want to show you again. Aren't they cool? Love those, my new summer favourites. Also, we only have another offer that's expiring today, is Life Armour. So many of you love the Adaptogenic herb drops. If the herbal drops are something that are helping you, these are the ones that I take. In fact, I could probably do with another dose right now. These are my drops of balance. So these are the ones that I take during the day. And then I've got the drops of slumber that I take at night. Slightly minty. I really like them, actually. This has got ashwagandha as one of the herbs in there. And I've done Instagram lives before with the founder of the brand, female founder-led British brand. Really interesting. The herbs really work. They definitely help just to take the edge off anxiety and just help to bring a bit of balance. That's the whole point about adaptogenic herbs, is that they do help to rebalance and de-stress. And then the drops of slumber are super good. I have mine in my bedside table drawer. Take them every night. Last thing, it's my little ritual. Earplugs in, lavender oil on the pillow, face mask on, slumber drops in the mouth, bite guard in. It's a whole routine. But then I think my brain is going, oh yeah, that means it's time for bed, it's time for sleep. And I do genuinely get a much better night's sleep. Anyway, they have put together a little package. It's called something like Rest and Recharge or something like that. Relax and Rest. There we go. I knew it's something like that. Relax and Rest, and it's a bundle, and you save £14.50. You get the slumber drops and the balance drops. You get your kind of daytime, nighttime duo, and a really beautifully soft eye mask. It's great. I absolutely love it. And in fact, I've started to wear it in bed as well, because the mornings are getting so light, aren't they? It's like, is it 5:30? It's light now, so you've got to be really careful if you want to stay asleep, if you're affected by that. Yeah, so Borken, and that's Baukjen for a Fashion Friday. So they made this lovely thing, and we get 15% off. Oh, there's a slightly different code. Pay attention. It is Liz Loves 15. Okay, Borken being a bit different there. Liz Loves 15. And that's sustainable women's wear, biodegradable packaging, carbon neutral, and they really campaign for change. I love their designs. They are genuinely well made. A lot of the things are made in the UK. Really very good indeed. Right, few questions here. Karen on Instagram says, just watched your collagen video. Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? That's, yeah, Ingenious Collagen. I'm actually writing about collagen for the magazine and doing some research, and it's, you know, I don't like to say that supplements don't work, but basically the liquid and the powder collagens, data's not there. It's really not there. because they get broken down by the stomach acids. So they just get split into their amino acids. So you may as well, eat a piece of chicken or a piece of cheese. Much cheaper. Anyway, more on that another time. But Karen says, but the ingenious collagen does work because it's protected. So I've been taking my 6 capsules. In fact, there was a question on my Instagram. I put a picture up on my stories yesterday morning because I took 6 capsules on an empty stomach first thing. And a lady wrote, why are you taking 6? I've just got my ingenious collagen, and it says to take 3. Well, if you listen to what Papinda said, you can load your system. So the first time you start taking it, if you want to see results even faster, double dose for the first month. So I'm now taking 6 every morning because I really want to, see those good that good benefit to my skin, which I'm starting to see already. Oh, excuse me, slightly sneezy. It's hay fever. It's my lovely tulips behind me, which I love. I love these parrot tulips, but they do have quite a lot of pollen. And yes, I'm full of quercetin and reishi mushrooms and holy basil. So if you want some hay fever remedies, this was based on what I did on this morning, on Tuesday, with Holly and Phil, then we've put a whole feature up on the Earle Wellbeing website about natural hay fever remedies. And this is the first year, gosh, it must have been about 10 years that I am not living on really high strength antihistamines. I haven't taken an antihistamine. And I can feel that, my nose is a little bit sniffy, my eyes tiny bit itchy, particularly if I'm if I'm close to pollen. But nothing like it would be normally. Normally I have to use like a steroid nose spray for about 3 or 4 months, which is not good. Really don't want to have to be doing that. So I'm doing the experiment, I'm doing the trial, and so far it's working really well. I think we do still have the hay fever offer with Nature Doc. I know we only had it for a week, so it may have expired. But anyway, Nature Doc is a really lovely website. They primarily specialise in supplements for helping kids. And I've had lots of things from them over the years. I love Lucinda Miller, who's the naturopath who runs it. In fact, I podcasted with her before. I don't know, Lainey, you might be able to find a link, my lovely, to the podcast with Lucinda Miller. Really interesting if you want to know a bit more about Nature Doc. And Emma Davies, who's the great nutritionist who we've had here a few times, she works as a practitioner at Nature Doc, and I was really impressed with her knowledge. And she was the one who was talking a lot about the histamine response and our overactive immune system and what happens when it thinks pollen's a threat, and why that we get that T cell reaction within our immune system, and how the natural ingredients like quercetin and reishi mushrooms actually help to modulate our immune response. So unlike antihistamines that just close it all down, they just block it all off, what these ingredients do is they kind of work within our own immune system. So, and they don't have any side effects like some of the antihistamines do. So anyway, I'm a teeny bit sniffy, but nothing like I would be normally. I'm sorry, Karen, I went off at a massive tangent there. I was trying to answer your question, wasn't I, about collagen. And you said, I wanted to ask if you have any recommendations for sunspots. Well, I do, but they're not cheap options, I'm afraid. If you've got really bad sunspots, then you do need to go to a beauty esthetician, so somebody who's licensed to do something like peels. You could do IPL, which is the intense pulsed light, which we've written about before in the magazine. You could do laser. So Debbie Thomas, for example, laser clinics are really good for permanently getting rid. I have to say Lily's mask, very, very good. The data on near infrared and LED is very good for pigmentation. Obviously, prevention is better than cure using sunscreens. You can use lightening products, but you have to keep using them. So, and they don't work for everybody, but they're certainly worth trying. I remember I think it was a Boots No. 7 product that I used to use a long time ago, and that had good reviews, but it's something that you need to keep on and on and on with. So I hope that is just a little bit helpful. I think we might do something on pigmentation actually. If it's not up there already, it might already be up on the website. I think that your best option is laser, to be honest. Where are we now? Oh, this was nice. This was from Anne-Louise via YouTube. Hi, Anne-Louise, if you're watching on YouTube. And this was all about my menopause series, which I've got on YouTube at the moment. And it says, my GP is actively learning all about the menopause and HRT now. She knows who Louise is. I'm very proud of her. It's so important for doctors to understand what their peri and menopausal patients really need. Thank you for pushing this to the forefront and keeping it there. Well, talking about that, I have recorded a podcast. It's going out today. So I really hope that you enjoy listening to it sometime over the weekend. It's with one of Dr. Louise Newson's colleagues, a doctor, a GP and menopause specialist called Dr. Zoe Hodson. You may have heard her talking with me last week about estradiol and estrogel and that whole scandal, which still is ongoing. But we talked this week specifically about testosterone for women. It's really, really interesting. So I learned a lot. I thought I knew a bit about testosterone. I know a little bit. I now know a little bit more. And it gives us lots of action points of things that we can do that will really help us and help the sisterhood in general. So I do hope that lots of hearts coming in from Instagram. I really hope that you take a listen if you've got, it's not long, it's about 20 minutes. It's on the Earle Wellbeing Show podcast. So there's a link on the website. You can find it on your podcast app. Every smartphone has a podcast app, whether you're Android or Apple. And you can just subscribe to the Earle Wellbeing Show. And then whenever we have a new podcast, it's at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. I hope you enjoy that. Please let me know what you think. This was from Sally, actually, on Facebook. Hi, Liz. Love all your videos and podcasts. Well, there you go. Thank you very much. So informative and interesting. I'll be starting to watch your videos on the menopause. Thank you, Liz, for it all. You're always looking glam. Well, thank you very much, Sally. Thank you. Oh, interesting. This was from Lisa on Instagram, who says, hi, Liz. This was very informative, talking about seaweed. This was with Dr. Seaweed, Weed and Wonderful, saying, very informative, especially as I've been taking Weed and Wonderful for around 4 months now. I have an underactive thyroid gland. I feel great. I've also lost some weight. Thank you for always bringing such knowledgeable information. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I'm going to start taking the Weed and Wonderful capsules as well. I was really impressed with that. And the fact that they just contain pure seaweed. So it's a food, isn't it? Ground seaweed. And I don't know whether we got around to talking about it, but you can also use it in cooking. So I thought I might make some seaweed bread or some seaweed muffins, maybe some just savoury oat and seaweed crackers to have with a bit of cheese. So yeah, I'm going to get my money's worth out of those capsules. I'm going to be taking them and I'm going to be trying them in some cooking, doing a bit of experimenting at the weekend, see how we get on with that. And lastly, Iona on Instagram, who says, you look energised, Liz. Re-listening to your Bank Holiday Live with Zana, that's Zana Morris. Very helpful info, upper body strength and grip I really struggle with. Okay, so yeah, do have a look. I've done podcasts with Zana Morris. We've got stuff on YouTube. She's actually just relaunched, I think, her Instagram. I don't know if you're watching, Zana, but I was having a little look at your Instagram and yeah, well done with it. Looks really nice. You always had some new pictures taken and it looks very energetic and just what we need as we spring into spring. Oh gosh, so many questions. All right, one more here. This is Gillian on Facebook. Hi Liz, would you mind answering a question about estrogel? I'm suffering with dry skin where I put it, tops of my arms. Does this affect you? If so, what do you do to help? Many thanks. Loving your Friday 5 as always, or Friday Live rather. I hope you like the Friday 5 as well, but Friday Live. Thanks, Gillian. So this is, it doesn't really matter where you put estrogel. It says in the instructions, use it on your upper arms. And the reason it says that is when they do the clinical trials, they have to give the instructions to put it somewhere. So they say in the clinical trial, put it on your arms. And that's what people do, and that's when they get the results. So when they come to write the patient leaflet, obviously they write the same thing that they had in the trial. But skin is skin, and the gel is designed to get through the skin. The active component of it is designed to get through. So it doesn't matter where you put it. I have that on good authority from several leading professorial menopause experts. So this is not my advice, this is me repeating what they have said. And I use it on hips and thighs, mainly because I use so much. I mean, I'm using 6 pumps of the gel at night. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm literally, I have to use it from my knees to my waist virtually to find enough surface area to spread it all on. So, yeah, if you're having a problem with using it on your arms, then maybe shift to a different bit of the body. That is, oh, okay, so one last thing. Those of you who have your Instep fitness gadget, which is this little thing, I hope to see you in class tomorrow. I'll be there at 10 o'clock. So this is the Instep. Just quickly show you, because when I showed this originally, when we launched it here for Julie, it sold out. It's about £24 and we get 11% off with Liz Loves. So she is doing pre-orders. These are the really great. I don't know if anybody here watching is going to join the class tomorrow. Let me know if you are. I really love it. I have to say it's 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings. Just looking through, gosh, so many comments here. And anyway, these Instep, because she sold out, she had to order a load more, and then it got delayed because of COVID and all of that. So anyway, she has got more coming in. So just to say, she's got 400 coming in, but she has sold on pre-order 280. Okay, so there's 120 left available. So if you want one of those, these are going to be sent out on May the 2nd. So literally any day, which means that you should be able to join me for the class next week. Yeah, so not tomorrow, but tomorrow week, which would be amazing. Okay, so if you want one of those, please go to Instep. Lainey, I know that, oh, you've already done it. You're faster than me. Instep.co.uk. Put in Liz Loves to get your 11% discount, and then you will have pre-ordered, and that will be coming, excuse me, any day now. The rest of the order, she's ordered another 600. That's coming at the end of May, and that will be sent out on the 2nd of June. Okay, so if you really want one now to get cracking with your exercises and to join us all on Saturday mornings, then you need to be quick because there are 120 of them left. Claire, see you tomorrow. Excellent. Look forward to it. Otherwise, if you miss the boat, then there'll be another lot coming in a month's time. Okay, so it'd be great. There'd be so many in the class. It'd be really, really good fun. So anyway, that was a message from Julie. I hope you love your magazine. I hope it arrives in time for the weekend. I won't reveal what's inside. I'll keep that as a special secret, unexpected pleasure, hopefully. And just to say, this dress is such a pretty dress. It's from a great ethical fashion brand. Look at that. I love these girls. Beulah London. And one of the reasons that I like them so much, a bit like the guys at New Ground Coffee, is they have built their business on helping others. So they work with the victims of modern day trafficking and modern slavery to make sure that they support women in India in particular. And we know that that country needs a lot of support right now, particularly with the hand blocking of their silks and their hand beading. And they are a really lovely company, Beulah London. So it's a great pleasure to be wearing one of their dresses and helping to support and promote them as a great brand, as worn by the Duchess of Cambridge, no less. So really good that they're getting some royal recognition. Maybe they'll get a royal warrant one day. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, really good, as always, to support businesses that behave ethically and well. Hope you're enjoying all the Liz Loves discounts. Let me know what you like most. Please leave me a comment. Instagram is the best place to leave me comments. I don't do direct message, I'm afraid. I just can't. I just get so overloaded. But I do try and reply to all my comments, if not immediately, then usually sort of by the end of the day or the next day. I will be not with you live on Monday. It's Bank Holiday Monday, so I'm going to have a little bit of fam time here on the farm. I will put things in my stories, so we'll kind of keep in touch that way. But I'll be back live for my Instagram and Facebook Live and YouTube on Wednesday. Having said that, I don't get a lie-in on Monday because I'm back on the telly with Phil and Rochelle actually on Monday. So Holly's got a day off. So it's Phil and Rochelle on this morning, and I've got a cameraman again coming to the farm. Isn't that exciting? So they sent a really nice guy called Lee who came down on Tuesday, and that meant that we could wander about in the garden and, you know, film from different bits rather than me having to just stand in front of my laptop. So I've obviously made the grade because I've got a cameraman coming again on Monday. So hopefully we'll be able to move around the garden a bit and do some fun things. And I'm going to be showing something a bit different. So something that I haven't done before, which is going to be on this morning on Monday. So I hope that you'll join me then. So please forgive me for not being live here at lunchtime, but I will be working in the morning on this morning, and I'll be back here live on Wednesday. So have a really great weekend. I hope that you do get some downtime. Have a really happy and healthy one, and I'll see you very soon. Sending lots of love. Bye.